YOLO on the JOLO. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am simply the best reporting on the Eagles. It has been a lot of stuff that happened over the course under our noses. We all know it. Howie Roseman made a sneaky good move, man. Howie Roseman made a sneaky good move with this Marcus Epps thing. I like it. You know what I mean? I didn't know Marcus Epps. What's going on, y'all? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? I know it's a little later than usual for lunchtime with the bullies. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna keep y'all long, but we're gonna talk a little bit. I didn't know Marcus Epps was. I didn't know he tore his ACL last year. I didn't know Marcus Epps tore his ACL last year, but this could be Lisa Middleton. Hello, hello, hello. This could be a sneaky good move by Howie Roseman, bruh. Britton Covey is also back on the practice squad. I did see that for sure, but this could be a sneaky good move by Howie Roseman. Also, that center that we acquired from the Chargers, they're complaining. You know what I mean? They are ecstatic or whatever. Epps really whoopee do, LB. Listen, I'm not saying that Epps is Simmons. I'm not saying that Epps is Simmons coming off ACL injury. Will Epps be available to play this season? He's already available to play. He passed his physical with the Patriots. Epps was on the Patriots roster, and the Patriots got rid of him. You know what I mean? I think they were already planning to cut him, but I think Epps requested to be released. You know what I mean? What's cracking? What's cracking? Epps requested to be released, so he's healthy. He passed his physical. You know what I mean? He's being stashed. He's being stashed. Listen, it's not Justin Simmons. It's not Justin Simmons, but you have a situation to where Andrew McCuba is not practicing. Epps is damn good depth. Andrew McCuba hasn't practiced since the roster's been solidified. Andrew McCuba misses a lot of time practicing. He misses a lot of reps. You know what I mean? So much to the point to where Tristan McCullum had to make the roster, I believe. You know what I mean? He missed a lot of reps. He missed a lot of reps, bro. So you need a security blanket back there, bro. You need a security blanket back there. You know what I mean? That's a good depth piece. I like it. And I like the way that he plays because in Vic Fangio's scheme, you need guys that's going to have to come downfield, converge to the ball, and gang tackle, hit. You need your safeties to hit in Vic Fangio's scheme. And Epps hits. Makuba hits two. Sidney Brown hits two. Reed Blankenship hits two. So we got the guys that'll lay the wood, pause, on a ball carrier and open space for sure. But what's important about that is whether you make a guy miss or not, you know what I mean? You still alter the trajectory of the way he was going. He don't have a straight line no more, so that gives other guys time and space to be able to make it happen. I swear, LB, if we keep getting burnt on the CB2 against Dallas, it's going to be a shitstorm. I don't think it's going to happen that way. I don't think. I think Dallas is definitely going to take their shots through the air. That's who Dallas is. They're going to throw the ball through the air. They're going to throw at Quinyon Mitchell. They're going to throw the ball. You know, they're going to throw the ball. That's just what it is, man. That's what it is. You know, grabbing that center from the Rams. Was it the Rams or the Chargers? Grabbing that center from the Rams, I believe that was a great move. I just was looking at film. I don't know how I'm messing up this guy's name, but he was a little on the shorter side, but the film speaks for itself. And the Rams are mad at us because they think we should wait around to let them clear waivers to go back. No, we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. And how we ain't lied at that press conference. How we said, as soon as I get done here, I'm going to try to see how I can make this roster better. We got to do what we got to do. We got to grab these players. Like, listen, we don't owe nobody nothing, man. The whole league tried to do us any way they wanted to do. Willie Lampkin, that's his name. The whole league tried to do us any way they wanted to do about the tush push situation. We don't owe them nothing, bro. We don't owe nobody nothing, man. It's a new season. I'm ready to stop wearing these. No, I'm not. It's a new season, and we gotta get accustomed to what we are. We the hunted. Everybody gonna want a piece of us. You know what I mean? But a couple things are in our favor. Rashi Rice ain't gonna be available week 2 for our game in Kansas City against the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Micah Parsons. Is he gonna play this week or not? A lot. It just seems to be a really, really 50-50 thing, man. If I'm Micah Parsons, I would play. I would be extremely surprised if Micah Parsons don't play without a new deal. Now, if you get a new deal, of course you're gonna play. But I would be really surprised if Micah Parsons don't play week one, no matter the circumstances, because I think it's like $1.4 million that he leave on the table if he don't play. That's his game check. That's his game check. $1.4 million. Michael Parsons is arguably this is his most lucrative year as a rookie, I believe. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I think he's due like 20 mil or something like that this year, but he missed 1.4 mil if he don't play. And he got a family to support. So I can see him playing and just riding it out, playing and just riding it out. And all of that is what it is. The thing about it is he would still be looking at $1.4 million. You know what I mean? He still got to finish this contract out as a player before the other money kick in. You know what I mean? He still got to finish. He'd be making what he would be making anyway. It just feel good to know that you got that other bag secured as soon as this rookie deal run out. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I like the moves that Howie Roseman made. I like what Howie Roseman did. I like what Howie Roseman did. Bringing Epps back. I know it ain't nothing crazy to write home about, but I think Epps works well in our system. Epps works well in our system. I got you, Smooth. You know what I mean? Epps works well in our system. So, I ain't mad at it. Even if he plays, he's going to be limited because he ain't in football shape. Micah, that's true. That's true. He's going to be on the pitch count for sure because he's not in football shape, but maybe he's still working out. Maybe he's still working out. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care, honestly, man. It's time to ramp it up, man. You know what I mean? You see Micah pissed because they trying to pay him as a DN, and he want to be paid as a linebacker, $3 million difference. It's not the Cowboys that's doing that, though. That's the league. The league got him slated as a DN. But that's where he played the most of his snaps at as a DN. That's where he played the most of his snaps as a DN. You know what I mean? I believe he was drafted as a linebacker, if I'm not mistaken, but he don't really do nothing in coverage. You know what I mean? The most of his snaps was as a DN. Micah Parsons, out of all the dominant guys that has come through, Micah Parsons is one of the only ones who don't have an interception. He's one of the only ones who don't have an interception. You know what I mean? So I don't know how they going. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yo, just wondering how are we able to wear Kelly Green against Dallas when we will be the away team? I don't know, man. That's a good question. No, I didn't do my score predictions. I ain't do none of that. I'm gonna do all of that stuff next week. Officially, I'm gonna do all of that stuff next week. We're gonna do the first keys to victory for the year. We're gonna do our score predictions. We got a lot of good live streams that's rolling on next week. I'm gonna be talking to Cowboys fan talk. My dog Rome, Super Friends is on Tuesday. I got Rome on Monday, and everything is about Eagles Cowboys. Eagles Cowboys. I'm not no longer discussing how anybody feel about Jalen Hurts. None of that stuff don't matter. I'm not addressing the disrespect. We on to a brand new season because the disrespect never made sense. It never made sense. Nothing with Law. I got the super friends with Law, so me and Law gonna talk during that stream on Tuesday. We should be wearing Kelly Green against KC. I don't know, but I'm glad we wearing Kelly Green. Listen, y'all can't be mad about everything, man. We wear Kelly Green 3 times, and all 3 of them against division rivals. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, man. Michael Felder, thank you for the super chat. Get them likes up, man. Y'all heard what he said. You know what I mean? I'm cool. I'm cool with everything, bro. I'm the banner about to drop. Dollar's about to be a plate. We about to see Hattie Campbell and real-time meaningful football paired with Zach Bond, Cooper DeJean. We about to see what this defensive front look like. I think that gonna be under duress week 1. From the rip, I think it's going downhill. Jerry Hartfield, he said, "What I miss? You ain't miss nothing, Jerry. We just shooting it right now." Louis about to start talking like he drunk again. None of that's gonna bother me, man. None of what nobody say can bother me, man. None of what nobody can say can bother me, man. These weird Eagles fans, you know what I mean? Give me some water, man. Got a bottle of water here somewhere. Got a bottle of water back here? There we go. Give me some water real quick, man. You know what I mean? Because they about to start talking ridiculous. They about to start talking spicy. You know what bothers me the most is the weird Eagles fans, man. The guys who I don't even like addressing them as Eagles fans. The guys who be on the sack of all of these other quarterbacks so much. That's what bothered me the most, man. Mm, that's good water right there. Y'all might have seen me drink an ocean's worth of water since I've been doing lunchtime with the bullies over the last 8 years. You know what I mean? But what bothered me the most is the weird Eagles fans, man, the weird ones who still want to, they say they Eagles fans, but they want to prop guys up over Jalen Hurts. That's the only thing that I think I'm going to keep addressing. Because it's like, why are you so weird? Why are you so weird? Why are you so weird? LB, they be listening to Newton. Like, why are you so weird? I don't care about nobody that say Jalen Hurts got a super team or none of that stuff, bro. Because I asked the same question, man. If all of these guys, so everybody says these hypotheticals, all of these other guys would win with Jalen Hurts' team too. They're all so much better than Jalen Hurts, but why don't they have their team in a close position to win it? Guys is getting in. Jalen Hurts ain't never win no league MVP. Guys is getting league MVPs. Guys is getting a whole bunch of respect put on their name for not even doing what Jalen Hurts did. Guys are getting respected for not even coming close to doing what Jalen Hurts did, man. They get more respect put on their name than Jalen Hurts. And it make no sense to me. Why should I respect Lamar Jackson over Jalen Hurts? Serious question, bro. And if an Eagles fan want to ride on the hill, slobbing up Lamar, saying Lamar better than Jalen Hurts, then that's a coward, especially a content creator, man. That's a coward. That's somebody who's scared to go against the grain. That's somebody who's scared to use common football sense. How can one guy be better than one guy when one guy performs in the postseason and one guy don't? That's scared to tell the truth. That's scared to dare to be different. Everybody want to sound like Stephen A. Smith, and everybody want to be all. Even Stephen A. Smith is like, bro, dudes is getting crazy respect. That's it, bro. It's Jalen and it's Pat. Everybody else in between that or after them two is getting all this respect for weird reasons. They're looking to continue to validate their original opinion about Hurts because they don't want to be wrong like Cam Newton. Yeah, they don't want to be wrong like Cam Newton. They don't. So every time Jalen Hurts have a bad game, I just got off one of my group chats. All my old heads from one of my old agencies I used to work for. They in there. One of them. Jalen Hurts ain't good. Jalen Hurts ain't this. He a Commanders fan. Jalen Hurts ain't good. Jalen Hurts ain't this. I'm like, bro, we just blew y'all out. No, y'all didn't. I watched film. What do you mean? No, we didn't. It was 55-23. This is how delusional the landscape is. We blew y'all out. Why are you so fascinated with Jalen Hurts? We blew your team out. Jalen Hurts wasn't good last year. He was good in the NFC Championship game in the Super Bowl. I don't give a damn what happened week 6 against against a team who didn't hoist the Lombardi. I don't care what happened week 8, week 10. I care about what happened in the playoffs. Jalen Hurts was fantastic in the playoffs. Turned the ball over one time. One time, I believe. One time. All I care about is what happened in the playoffs, bruh. That's it. Nobody threw more touchdowns than Jalen Hurts in the playoffs last year. All I care about is what happened in the playoffs, bruh. Nobody won more games than Jalen Hurts in the playoffs last year. They didn't. They did it. And we have the number 1 seed. We did it the long way. Pause. Wild card weekend, divisional round, championship round, Super Bowl. That was 4 wins for Jalen Hurts. 4 playoff wins for Jalen Hurts en route to hoisting the Lombardi. I don't got the time or the energy to defend a Super Bowl MVP. I don't, man. Guys need to give it a rest and worry about their own franchise because the more I got to keep pulling other people's cards, then you know what I'm saying? The more I got to keep pulling other people's cards, the dark it get. The dark it get. The dark it get. The Commanders ain't win the championship since January 1992, bruh. January 1992. The Chargers, as great as they think they are, as great as they think Herbert is, they've never won a Super Bowl. They've never won the Super Bowl. They don't have a Super Bowl at all. The Buffalo Bills, they've never won the Super Bowl at all in franchise history ever. Ever. The Bengals, Never won the Super Bowl ever in the existence of mankind. What are we talking about here? Lamar, never been to a Super Bowl. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, why do I have to address the guys? These guys are being propped up because their fan bases have never seen anybody like Jalen Hurts, man. The Chargers fan base should hate Jalen Hurts. He did something that never been done in their franchise history. The Bengals fans should hate Jalen Hurts. He's done something that's never been done in their franchise history. The Bills fans should hate Jalen Hurts. He's also done something that's never been done in their Jalen Hurts got more Super Bowl wins than the Bengals, Bills, and Chargers combined. Of course they should hate Jalen Hurts, man. Of course they should have nothing but ignorant things to say about Jalen Hurts. Of course they should. I almost expect it. I stand by it. They should feel some way about Jalen Hurts. They should feel some way about Jalen Hurts. They should. They should hate. They should say he's not a good quarterback. They should say they got better. They should do all the things they say. They should do all the things they doing. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't change the facts from being the facts. Jalen Hurts got a Super Bowl trophy, a Super Bowl MVP, an All-Pro. None of them guys got that combination of being an All-Pro and a Super Bowl MVP. That is reserved for the elite. That is reserved for the elite. Y'all trying to prop up MVP wins to make them just as important as Super Bowl MVP. No, it's not. No, it's not. Jealous, bitter haters like Cam Newton get MVP. No, it's not. No, it's not. MVP is not as good as Super Bowl MVP. It's not, bruh. This team do play different when they put on the Kelly Green. So I'm glad it's against the division. I want the division blown out, all three of them games. It's definitely like talking to mental patients, man. But you know, we can't give them guys no more time, bro. The season about to start. We need to focus on taking this thing 1 week at a time, bro. 1 week at a time. We don't even need to even we don't it's about to be a lot of upsets week one. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Mark my words, there's gonna be a lot of upsets week one, and I think the Giants gonna take out the Commanders. I stand on it, bro. I don't think the Giants probably gonna finish better than the Commanders. They could, but I think the Giants gonna finish the Commanders, dog. I think they're gonna take them out week one. I think the Giants gonna upset the Commanders week one, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm just for some reason I'm not buying the Commanders hype, bro. I feel like it's a little forced on us. I feel like Jaden Daniels is good. We all know that Jaden Daniels is him. We know who Jaden Daniels is. But at the same time, I'm not as sold as everybody else. I'm not as sold as everybody else. Superstar status after 1 year. I've just seen this movie before. I've seen this movie before. I don't think he's better than I don't think he's better than I don't think he's better than CJ Stroud. I don't, bro. I don't. I've seen CJ Stroud win a playoff game in both of his seasons. I've seen this movie before. Hot shot rookie, have a good season. I've seen it. I've seen it, and they've seen it too. So I'm kind of confused as why they acting like this. They've seen RG3 before. They've seen it. And from what I've seen in the NFC Championship game, I seen that it's still more growth there. I seen that it's still more growth there to be had because we turned him into what I always thought he was, a rookie. These guys wanted to say he was elite after the 5th game. Great season, but it ended by a Philadelphia Eagles slip up their ass. And I don't think they got the team to go far either. They old. They old. Me and Von Miller damn near the same age. They old. They old. They just extended a guy named Terry. His name Terry. Kid's not even born with that name anymore. Think of all the Terrys. They all old. Terry Crews. What's his name? Jason Terry. Think about anybody that you know named Terry. Bro, my aunt named Terry. Aunt Terry. Aunt Terry 50 something. Think about everybody named Terry. I'm a Terry. Grandmaster Atlas, how old are you? Come on, bro. Respectfully. Your name Grandmaster. Respectfully. I know it's some gray hairs over there. I can see it. I can see it. The whole team old. Terry Bradshaw, my oldest brother named Terry. And Stu got gray hair. Stu oldest brother named Terry. They giving out $30 million contracts to people named Terry. I'm just keeping it a bean. Shout out Aunt Terry. I'm just keeping it a bean. Come on, bro. They do business wrong over there. Debo Samuel's not young no more. What's Buddy name? What's Buddy name? The offensive lineman they got? What's his name? Terry. Somebody pull up that offensive lineman that they just traded for. Terry Flannery. Terry from BMF. Old. That story take place, Southwest T. That story take place in like the 80s or the 90s. Terry Lattimore. Who's Terry? Terry Lattimore, like the jazz singer? Oh, his name Laremy Tunsil. That shit close enough to Terry. I thought it was Laremy Tunsil. Whole squad old, including Jaden Daniels. 24-year-old rook. 24-year-old rook. 24-year-old rook. Jalen just turned 27. I'm just saying, bro. They not built to go. They not built to go far. Zach Ertz old, bruh. Zach Ertz is old, man. Zach Ertz was on our Super Bowl team. Quinyon Mitchell was probably in the 9th grade. Quinyon Mitchell was probably in there. I forgot about Wagner. I ain't knowing one day. I'm just saying they just not built for the long haul. They're not built for the long haul, man. Who the true contenders in the NFC? I seen a hater talk about Jordan Love better than Jay. I seen a hater trying to prop up Jordan Love over Jalen Hurts. Jordan Love got one playoff win in his career. Jordan Love got one playoff win in his career. They all can still play. I understand that they all can still play, but they all don't heal the same. The Commanders are true contenders for sure. I don't trust the depth, and I don't trust. I don't trust them in the long. It's a long season. It's a long season. Look at how the Eagles just won the Super Bowl. We had a bunch of 20-something-year-olds step up. We had a bunch of 20-year-old guys step up. We had a bunch of 20-year-old guys step up. Louisville old. We had a bunch of 20-something-year-olds step up, bro. That's how you win the Super Bowl. Quinyon Mitchell. Look at, bro, the top 100 list should show you right now. All our old heads is on the line, on the O line, D line. All our old heads, they on the O line. They on the O line. Matter of fact, it ain't no old heads on the O line on our squad. Only Lane. Only Lane. Our team's so young that Jalen, AJ, and Smitty the old heads. Our team's so young that Jalen, AJ, and Smitty the old heads. Mylata, maybe. Maybe you want to say Mylata old head? Maybe. I think the Rams could be a contender if Stafford is healthy. I'm not sleeping on Detroit. The Commanders are contenders and the Eagles. Right now, for me, it's the Rams, Eagles, Commanders. I do like the Packers, though. I do like the Packers, though. I like the Packers. The Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to be contenders too. You know what I mean? I think the Bucks are going to be contenders too, man. But like I said, I'm not gonna hold y'all long because I'm going live again. I'm going live again tonight, man. We got some other stuff to discuss. I want to talk about what Mike Epps brings to the table for real, for real. You know what I mean? 509 people in the building. Thank y'all for tapping in with me real quick. Y'all know I always come through with it, man. How about San Fran? San Fran ain't contenders, man. Stop it. Stop it. Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. We got to get over this Bucks thing, man. We got to spank the Bucks this year. I always call Marcus Epps Mike Epps, bro. I always call him Mike Epps. I've been doing that. I always call him Mike Epps. I don't know why, bro. I always call him Mike Epps. But we say this day one by mid-season, most teams are different due to injuries. That's facts. Back to calling bull Mike Epps again, man. You already know how I go, bro. Mike Epps is back. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go live again tonight. We're gonna go live again tomorrow. You know what I mean? The season coming. We gotta really talk about some stuff because I think how we gonna still make some moves. Man. But we're gonna see where it go, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, bro. You have to like and subscribe. It's important. And I need y'all all there for Super Friends because I got some stuff to say.